So I'm Myriam. I'm with SWIC Digital Gateway. We are a Swiss fintech startup headed in Zurich, funded by a Swiss asset manager, Stefan Bucher, in 2020. So our mission is to drive financial inclusion worldwide. How do we do that? We have several solutions I would like to look into with you. One is our tokenization engine and apps we are providing, which is not something really super new, you would say. But we actually have a real product which is called Tuki. And Tuki here, I customized him today for Davos. He's actually our new app. Tuki we just launched in Sri Lanka a few weeks ago, and we are beta testing it there. So I'd like to tell you more about the project and about Tuki. So what are we tapping in? It's actually globally we have 1/4 of adults excluded of the financial system, financial markets, are underbanked or don't have bank accounts. And we know from the World Bank that there are actually 1 billion people who have some small savings and who are willing to invest and save for the future or for an object. What are the challenges? Of course, there are a lot of countries in emerging markets that have local currency risk, very volatile currencies. Crypto is often not an option because it's volatile too and high risk. If they go to middlemen, they're often expensive, or the market entrance to get a product there is very high, and there's no accessibility to the financial products because it's reserved for wealthy people. On the other hand, we must think that we have product providers who have some challenges too, because for them going to acquire small investors is combined with high acquisition costs, so it's not interesting for them. And they often have obsolete technology. Onboarding is expensive. There are a lot of people involved. It's not very cost effective. They don't have any direct contact to the customers because there are no channels or not many of them. And they have limited cross-border potential. So our solution here is the so-called tokenization engine. So what do? So on one side, we tokenize professional, traditional financial products. On the other side, we have small investors, and we give them access through an easy-to-use app to invest via micro investments in these professional funds. That's actually like a marketplace. What we provide as SWIC are different services, the tokenization, we do the pricing, etc. We do the portfolio. We're not regulated, we're not portfolio managers, but we implement the logic behind and provide this portfolio management. And directly, we do a lot of content of financial literacy, a lot of publications around financial inclusion and resilience. We do user data, we collect data, we provide back-end, front-end, KYC, and if needed, it's the case in Sri Lanka, we implement payment gateways. So this is how the system works. So it's basically a marketplace, and we do all what is in between. So most of you probably are more specialists than me here. What's the beauty of tokenization and blockchain? So for tokenized products, in our case, of course, it's the micro-investing possibility to do small investments, the accessibility, the reduced cost. We eliminate the middleman, all the fees, all the middleman fees are just eliminated through the tokenization, and we represent the right to traditional share. On the other hand, the blockchain technology is here to increase efficiency, to enhance transparency, gives global access to everyone, so it's not anymore limited to countries, and it's improving security. Security, very important as well, like here in emerging markets. So you'd say, okay, so far nothing so special, but what we actually did, we have a product, and I'd like you to meet Tuki. So this is our Tuki. He wears a superhero costume. He's here to help financial inclusion and education. And Tuki is an app. I will shortly show you what it looks like. So we do onboarding. It's all online. It's sometimes a little bit tricky. We made the experience in Sri Lanka. We partner up with a KYC partner, and we realized that 1 out of 6 during the beta test cannot pass KYC. So we were wondering, and we actually found out that they had handwritten IDs, and handwritten, if it's not so nicely written, the KYC couldn't pass. So here as well, the topic of artificial intelligence, it learned quite well, because now it's getting much better. So we had a lot of hurdles we passed, and we went on to develop this app. So it's free for user. There is no minimum investment required, which is actually quite a nice thing to do. You can really invest super small amounts, a few cents, and take it out as well, and buy and sell, which sell, of course, it's not the aim. It's meant to be invested, but it's possible every time. And no bank account is basically needed. It's not the case in Sri Lanka. We had to implement bank accounts, but in many other countries, it's possible to do without, just with telecom payments. And of course, it's suitable as well for inexperienced people, because we have the so-called saving goals possibility I will show just afterwards. We do a lot of education, of tutorials, learning on the app and on social media. I quickly want to jump to show you what it looks like. So we basically have 2 ways how can be invested with Tuki. It's direct investment, so this is more for the user who knows something about investing, so he can choose directly his products he wants to invest in, or he can do some saving goals. So I will show you the first one, how it works.
Ready to embark on your investment expedition with Tuki? Tap the Investa icon on your app dashboard below. It's time to choose the fund that aligns best with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Each fund comes with a comprehensive description, including its asset price, asset class, risk level, and the currency it's denominated in. Next, select the fund ideal for you. Want more insight into your chosen fund? Check out the historical price chart for a deep dive into its performance. And that's not all. A video presentation is at your disposal to give you a clear picture of the fund. And for the fine print, peruse the fact sheet, investment objective, and other legal documents. Ready to take the leap? Tap Buy to purchase the desired number of units at the listed price, or Sell to unload units you hold at the current price. And just like that, you're an active Tuki investor. Head over to the following video to delve into the details of setting saving goals.
So this is one way. If you would like to see another, it's how we set up a saving goal. So the other way for more inexperienced users.
Ready to give your savings a purpose with Tuki? Tap the goals icon on your app dashboard below. Ready to set your saving milestones with Tuki? Tap the red button stating Create a new savings goal. Kickstart your journey by clicking Get Started to form a new savings goal. You'll then answer a sequence of queries appearing on your screen. Decide what to name your savings objective based on your savings requirement. That could be for a house, for your retirement, or something else. Input the chosen name for your brand new savings objective. Next, select if you'd like to set a target amount for your savings goal or keep it open-ended. If affirmative, input the desired target sum. Now, establish a target date for your savings goal or leave it indefinite for flexibility. Choose the frequency of your pay-in, opting between a weekly or monthly schedule. Click the icon to review the summary of your savings goal. The projections provide insight into the best, expected, and worst-case scenarios for your goal. Once content, tap the button at the bottom to validate your savings goal. You'll see a recap of your savings goal, including an assessment of the risk involved in the investment strategy. Conclude by clicking the confirm icon, preserving your new goal. Watch the upcoming video to develop your risk profile and explore.
So this is the main functionalities of Tuki. We are actually, as I said, testing this in Sri Lanka. So we have every day new users. It's working quite well now. It's stable, and we hopefully can launch it publicly soon. So our first market, Sri Lanka. Often I'm asked why Sri Lanka. It's because it's a reasonable size. There's 25 million people, 12 million are potential users of Tuki there. They have okayish regulation, which is actually quite tough. I'd say we had to do some KPMG processing and so on, and especially we went there because we had good connection from a founder with our fund managers, and they speak English, which is really useful when it comes to a first pilot country. We got the approval of the central bank as well last year, so we are all set now to ramp it up. Our target group is 25, 35 years old, has a degree, is middle class, urban, so it's not the super poor people right now. Good. We already, our marketing is already still running. We have 19,000 followers on Facebook, so it's quite a good number. Number one, Dialogue Genie in Sri Lanka, he has about 40,000, and he does everything, payments and so on. And we didn't even really push the product yet, so it's really a big topic. Everything what's about saving and how to make money and on a long-term view, and yeah, we use a lot of social media, and so we are actually the first global player in Sri Lanka and even in Southeast Asia, which is doing this blockchain-based fractionalized investment. Our main competitor, as I just mentioned, in Sri Lanka are banks, the telecom providers, Grove India, but these are special because you can only invest in US dollar. And but the market is huge. So we did a selection of about 10 countries we want to go to. But globally seen, it's 1 billion potential users for this kind of products like Tuki. Very shortly, our business model, it's free for the user, but the provider is paying per transaction. Every transaction is made, the provider of a fund, here it's a fund, is paying. But we also can extend it to B2B solutions, to white labels and so on. On our roadmap, now we are right here. We are now in end of January, we got the okay from the stores, Apple and Android stores. This week we should publicly release it in the stores, and we're gonna launch it probably in April. So where is the journey going? We are confident that we can ramp up rapidly the users, like 20,000 in Q3 this year and 50,000 by the end of the year. And we are going to think, actually we already did some studies, what is going to be our next country in Asia or maybe in Latin America.